Hi everyone, and welcome to Books, the JKM Library's book recommendation show. I'm Jocelyn Codner, the Reference and Outreach Librarian. We're slowly easing back in after our winter breaks, and with that in mind, I just have a couple of reminders for you all to set you up for this semester. Did you know that we also have how-to videos on our YouTube channel? That's right, we don't just have this lovely book recommendation show, we also have a bunch of videos to teach you how to use library tools and resources. These videos are especially helpful if you're a health sciences or business student, or if you're interested in the university archives. Make sure to visit our YouTube account to see what's available for you. If you need free textbooks or books for your classes, make sure to check EasyBorrow. This is the perfect time to do it. EasyBorrow is one of our interlibrary loan services that allows you to borrow books from our partner libraries. The JKM Library does have a few textbooks, and you can search for those through our catalog. I'll put the link in the description, but we don't have a ton. Many of our partner libraries have more textbooks than we do, so you can search for those through EasyBorrow and then just request them right in the EasyBorrow system. If your request can be fulfilled, your books will be mailed right to the JKM Library where you can check them out for the entire semester. And yes, you get to keep them for the entire semester, for free. For free! When you're done with them, simply return them to the JKM Library and then we'll mail them back to their home libraries. There's a link to the EasyBorrow system and some helpful FAQs in the description below. And one more quick reminder before we jump into our books. Sign up for the library's newsletter. We have a monthly e-newsletter that goes right to your inbox that contains library announcements, updates, information about library resources, and announcements and updates for the university archives as well. It's the best way to stay up to date with the library. And yes, of course, there is a link to subscribe in the description below. My first book today is Laziness Does Not Exist by Dr. Devin Price. Dr. Price became personally invested in this topic after their deeply ingrained lifestyle of constant productivity, overwork, and burnout made them critically ill and forced them to take a break from life. I think a lot of us can identify with the cycle of burnout and feelings of inadequacy when we aren't producing as much as we think we should. We're taught from a very young age that our self-worth as human beings is directly connected to our productivity and output. In this extremely accessible and well-written nonfiction, Dr. Price expertly lays out why laziness is a lie, uncovers the history of the concept of laziness and how it's been used as a weapon against us, and offers helpful alternatives for moving forward. They cover the concept of laziness on both a personal and systemic level, which is really helpful for us trying to understand laziness at large and also how this idea plays in our own lives. Basically, you're not lazy for having limitations. You're not lazy for wanting to rest. You're not lazy for prioritizing things like creativity or family or health. Laziness does not exist. It's a label used to punish and marginalize people who are being failed by the system and framing their failures as a personal issue rather than something we all need to be addressing. This book introduces some really big ideas to maybe some people who haven't encountered them before, but it also offers a healthy dose of self-help for those of you who are interested in that kind of writing. It's a pretty interesting balance. Unfortunately, like with most self-help books, it really only seems helpful for people of a certain socioeconomic background, but that doesn't mean that there isn't important information to be taken away from this book. The history of the concept of laziness and its racist and capitalistic roots is interesting enough, in my opinion, to pick this one up. I recommend this book for people who are feeling burnt out and also people who are exploring criticisms of capitalism. You can check out Laziness Does Not Exist by Dr. Devin Price from the JKM Library today. My second book today is We Could Be Heroes by Mike Chen. This is a charming, sweet, goofy action-adventure book about two misfits with superpowers, but not much direction in life. Jamie and Zoe both woke up one day with superpowers. Unfortunately, they don't remember anything about who they are or their lives. Jamie uses his powers to rob banks, but that doesn't make him evil. And Zoe uses her powers to fight crime, but that doesn't make her a hero. They go fumbling about with their lives, exploiting their powers for their own benefits, existing in those gray areas in between, until they actually run into each other at a memory loss support group. And they hit it off. This is not a romance novel, by the way. We Could Be Heroes is a fun popcorn book about flawed people finding strength and support in an unlikely friendship, and then using that strength to answer a higher calling. This is definitely for people who like superhero movies. You can check out We Could Be Heroes by Mike Chen from the JCAM Library today. That's all for this episode of Books, 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 Books. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out those how-to videos, and sign up for our newsletter. You can find the JKM Library on Instagram at JKM Library and on Facebook at Chatham's Jenny King Mellon Library. Again, I'm Jocelyn, reminding you that if you have any question at all, you can always ask a librarian. Happy reading.